Welcome Leo, Dadhichi here from Astrological with your monthly horoscope synopsis. You know, there are times in life where you can be doing really well, but the law of karma dictates that you've sort of got to give a lot of that away. And depending on how resistant you are to that process will determine just how happy you are. If you're holding on to what you've gained, to what you've earned, to what you've achieved, then the chances are that when the cycle turns and you've got to give back to the world and you find it hard to do that, that's when the pain starts. That's the source of all the pain. And here we see now two of your best planets, Mars and Jupiter, along with Mercury, in this 12th house of what I call giving. It's an expenditure sector. The expenditure of what? It may be money, but it's also the expenditure of yourself, the giving away of yourself. That can come in the form of goodwill. You may have heard of that term, a random act of kindness, where there's no particular reason for doing something nice for someone else. But that's precisely what your horoscope is showing now as being the cause of your success. But sometimes we need to redefine what that success actually means, because often we define success as being equal to receiving or getting, rather than losing, shedding and giving. So right now there's almost like a 180-degree turn here in terms of your perception of what success actually means. And here we see too that the placement of the moon in transit on the 3rd of August, moving into conjunction with these planets, 3rd, 4th, 5th of August, giving a very strong sense of the need to shed, the need to give, the need to share. And right now that's probably a good time to do it, because your sun, your ruling planet, is in your sun sign. The sun now currently is in the sign of Leo. It's what we call the solar return. It's a very powerful month. Usually the solar return for that specific star sign is most powerful. So the sun is returning to its base position for those of you born under Leo. What a better time than now to give of yourself, to give of your resources. You'll shine as a result of that, especially after the 6th, the 7th, when the moon comes back in conjunction with the natal solar position. And then on the 8th and the 9th, pardon me, moving into the 2nd house of finance. And it's interesting, there we see that's precisely where Venus is at this point in time, and there is a lot of luck in your finances. So strangely, the more you're giving at the moment, the more you're going to receive. You can try it with a little experiment. You don't have to give away, you don't have to be like St. Francis of Assisi, giving away all your fortune, but just little acts of kindness there are going to really bring back to you in increased measure. But I don't want you also doing this as an exercise, oh, if I give, I'm going to get. It has to really be something that comes from the heart for you to experience the fullness and the beauty of this sort of philosophy of life. It's a selfless type of philosophy, and we see that also by virtue of the fact that the 10th ruler, Venus, which is your career and self-development planet, being in the debilitated sign of Virgo. So what that means is it's in its worst position, and that's not a bad thing. It just means that your ego is humbled at this time, and these acts that I'm suggesting you try or experiment with will bring you better results if you're not pompous about it. You must admit Leo is prone to a little bit of bombastic behaviour to a greater or lesser degree. So humility is another key issue for you this month. We see the important transit of Venus itself out of that position on the 17th of August. That's an important transit. That shows changes for many of you in your workplace. It could be one of your employers or someone that's in a senior management role above you. Could be a business partner as well. Going away, could be temporary or permanent, but certainly some changes that take place in the area of your professional activities after the 17th. That's also good for communication to your employers. If you've got some beef, Venus there softens your speech and your communication and makes you more approachable in style. Mercury moves to the 2nd house on the 24th, This is an important transit where you will see a karmic return on your investments. The 11th ruler and the 2nd ruler, these are for Leo, two important finance houses, and Mercury, the ruling planet of finances, coming back into its finance sector. That's when you might start to see some snippets or some hints at the return of the karma that we've just been talking about in this exercise. So keep an eye out there, 24th of August. And the other important event that I see here is the transit of Mars, probably one of your best planets again too, moving into the sun sign, your sun sign. So this gives you a huge amount of physical energy, dynamic energy, and if there's work to be done, you're certainly going to get it done after this particular point in time. Look forward to your company next month. In the meantime, join me at astrology.com.au. A lot more information there, free information, but you're more than welcome to part with some money if you'd like a more personal reading with me or some of the many other practitioners that are available there as well. Take care. Good luck. Till next time. Bye-bye.